Hi and welcome back to 2O Guys. It has been a while and I do apologize for that. Randy had to have surgery in December and that kind of threw all of Christmas out the window. Nothing too terrible, just threw everything out. And then January and February have not been that much better for us, and maybe we'll go into that into a little bit more in a different video, but I do apologize for being gone so long. Today we're going to do a stuffed chicken breast. I had planned on doing it with a boneless, skinless, but what I had in the freezer was a bone-in. And we're going to still do the same thing, just going to take a little variance on it. What we're going to do is we're going to take and cut a pouch in the chicken. Okay, creating a good pouch there in the meat. We're going to do that on both of them. Okay. Now I've already cut up an onion, a piece of garlic, and some pepperoncinis. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stuff the chicken breast with that. And a little bit of seasoning. You can use poultry seasoning, you can use Cajun seasoning, whatever it is you want to use yourself. And I always do that, I never leave my rag where I can get to it. So you can see we're going to pouch that. Now you're going to say, how are we going to keep this from falling out? Well, that's what cooking twine is for. 2 pieces of cooking twine, and you want to get that as tight as you can, because when it's done we're just going to cut the string and it's just going to pop open. Okay. Now this has skin on it, so I'm using the skin to seal that pouch up. Okay. The boneless, skinless that I had planned on doing, you wouldn't have been able to use the skin because, of course, it's skinless. But we could have flattened that out and then rolled it and kind of made a roulade with it. But since we didn't have that option, we're going to go with this. So, as you can see, it's all sealed up in there. Now, the pepperoncinis were drained but not pounded. So, yes, you did get a lot of the juice out, but they still have an awful lot of juice in it, and that's going to help season the chicken from the inside out. Now, I only used 1 piece of garlic. If you're a garlic family, you can use 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever you want to. It won't be too strong when it cooks because it all gets all mushy. Okay. So, pull that back so that we can use the skin to cover that pouch. Okay. Now, I have extra onions and pepperoncinis and seasoning. That's going to go on top. So we've got both of those in there. Show you what that looks like. And if you want to, this can be done in advance. Like most of the stuff I do for you guys and show you how to do, it can be done in advance. It's no big deal. You could have these in there and sit all night in your refrigerator, and all that's going to do is let that onion and garlic and pepperoncinis just get into that muscle meat. Or you can do them like I'm doing right now. It doesn't matter. But if you know you've got time one day and you don't have time the next, maybe doing it in advance is the way to go. I'm going to take the rest of my pepperoncinis and my onions and just waste not, want not. And my seasoning. Okay, and that's going to be $350 for a half hour, and then we'll knock it back to $200 for about an hour. So it's a total of 1.5 hours. And it's really overcooking it, but it's going to make sure that all that juice gets in that muscle meat good. 350 for half, 200 for an hour. And we will show you what it's like when it's done.